Hey, good people. Back for another boss conversation. Today's boss that I'm talking to is Miss Sarita B. She is a fitness god, and we're bringing her on to talk about all the little boss stuff she got going on. Girlfriend is doing her thing, and so I'm so happy to bring this young lady on because she is bossy. Hey, there she goes. I see you coming through. There you go. Boss. Hey. How you
Hey,
doing,
girl.
Miss Bossy?
Hey. Listen, I cannot complain. Let me turn you up a little
Yes,
bit.
let me make sure my volume is all the way up. Yeah, there we go. Hey, hey, hey. Just my
Hey,
camera. Hey,
girl.
girl, hey. When I tell you I'm so excited to bring you on here to talk to you, Sarita. Oh my God. So people,
Thank
we
you.
are back. We're here with another boss conversation, and we have Miss Sarita B. I'm calling her a fitness queen, a fitness god. We're gonna get into this so she could tell me what title she calls herself and what I could properly call her. But that's why I feel. And me personally, I have known Sarita since I believe 2006. We were flight attendants together, and I know it was 2006 because I came on with AirTran in 2005, and I met you about 6 months later because everybody kept asking me if I had a sister in Chicago named Sarita. And I remember the day I met you. We was in the supervisor's office, and we was both like, "You must be Janeah. You must be Sarita." And it's been on ever since. Girl, she might be getting a call, y'all. We on the pause. But nevertheless, y'all, thank you for tuning in. I know Sarita's tribe is here. You guys show your girls some love. We have some mutual friends, so hopefully some of our ex and then maybe still her co-workers are gonna chime in. You have such a great team. You have your friends. That's another thing. I had to talk a little bit before we get into it. I've had the pleasure of meeting your tribe before, and your little circle of friends, not really little, I don't want to belittle them, but your circle of friends, it's not too
Right.
many friendships out here that has lasted as long as you guys and that support each other like you do, because your girls don't play about you, okay?
Absolutely.
They don't play.
They
They don't play.
absolutely don't. They absolutely don't. My sister friends are awesome. As a matter of fact, this was one of my birthday presents. This is so I my tripod fell over, so I'm gonna just hold it. So I'm gonna be a little shaky. But this was one of my birthday gifts. They bought me a personalized branded fitness bag, and then all of these, pieces of fitness attire with my brand on it, my logo, and so I wear it every chance I can, every chance that I get to put on Sarita B Health and Fitness. That's what I do. And you're right, my tribe is amazing. Not just my sister friends, they're great, but even Sean's friends and their wives and my other friends outside of my sister friends, my parents, my sister. Like, I mean, I just have my in-laws. Like, everybody is just so supportive of me in everything that I do. And that makes a huge difference. And then I have this newfound fitness family, my TNEC family and my coach Isaac. And I can't I can't even describe how that support
I know
matters,
it does.
So
So everybody, once again, I see
yeah.
some more people tuned in. This is Boss Conversations with Miss Sarita B, and we're gonna go ahead and start the conversation because I have a hefty conversation to have with her, and I don't wanna stall
Uh-oh.
anymore because we want all the tea from this sister, okay? All the tea. All right, so let's get it. You ready?
Okay. I think so. I don't know.
You stay ready.
I think I'm
Right.
ready
You
though. I
stay
think I'm
ready,
ready.
sis. So let's go ahead and introduce yourself. Give us your name, the name of your business and your brand and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Sarita Battles, also known as Sarita B. I just started a fitness journey about last year, and I'm a registered nurse. I have, during this last year, transitioned my nursing practice into a more holistic approach, and that does include fitness and nutrition. So I became a certified personal trainer as well as a certified nutrition coach just here recently. And then I launched Sarita B Health and Fitness this past December. And it's an online studio with a video workout library where you can work out with me at your leisure. And then I also have a new personal coaching business as well that I run for clients who want more in-depth and personal coaching and nutrition education. So
Y'all
yeah.
hear all that, okay? And that's not even it. Let me tell you something. I admire you so much. You just don't know how much I admire you because when I met
Uh,
you was a flight attendant. You were single. You're now married. You know, I have loved
yeah.
watching y'all's journey because y'all just love all up on each other and honor and support each other. But then you went to school to become a nurse, right? And you did that, and that was a
hmm
struggle because in between that you had a baby, you had a daughter, then you became a nurse. You also went and got your real estate license, didn't you?
I did. I did. That was actually more so for my own personal growth. I knew that I wanted to start investing in real estate a little bit, but I didn't really know a lot about it. And so I was like, okay, well, the class is $500. I might as well go ahead and take the class. So I took the class. I got my license, and then I bought a couple of properties, and it was able to pay for itself because I ended up getting commission on my own buys, on my own purchases. So yeah, I mean, I don't sell real estate for other people. Let's be clear. I just kind of use it for myself right now. Who knows what the
But
future holds,
still,
though?
the first of all, I tried real estate school like I was pregnant with Raina 13 years ago. I tried real estate school and I was like, yeah, no. I it is
Not
not
easy.
easy at all. And just for you to, you could have
Yeah.
easily just went and found somebody who knew about real estate that you trusted to help you out. But the fact that you went and got your own real estate license speaks a lot about your character and your drive. And I know that you don't, do it for other people, but I really wanted to mention that because it seems like to me, like every time you get over a challenge or a hump and you really like, get comfortable in it and tackle it, you got another challenge coming up. Like you back on something else. Girl, you stay bossed up with a challenge or something.
Uh-huh.
You and I worked out years ago in the gym. We both have been off and on in the gym for years. And I remember us trying to do it together. You kept going, you falling off and on. But when you got on this time, what was it that made you start this particular journey again when you got really serious about this fitness thing?
So, I gotta big up the people who were responsible for that, and I'm just going to
Yes.
do that, okay, unapologetically. So I have a friend who I've known since grad school. So 2000, I think we actually met in 2010. We had a class together. We were cool, cordial. Never really had a true friendship though. We just knew one another. And so after we graduated from grad school and everything, of course, we were friends on Facebook. And she started bodybuilding. And so I was watching her journey, and it was just so inspirational for me. And Queen Doe, when you see me post
Right.
about her all the time, Queen Doe the Natty Pro, she is the reason why I decided to try bodybuilding.
Okay.
Okay. And so I just felt like if I had something that I could commit to and it would keep me accountable, then I wouldn't fall off. And then also, when I look at these Instagram models and stuff, most of them compete, to be honest with you. So I was like, you know what? Let me just try this and see what happens. So she introduced me to my coach, Coach Isaac, of the No Excuse crew, who is my team that I love dearly. And I met my coach, and he started training me and writing a plan for me and coaching me through to my first show. And I fell in love. I absolutely fell in love. And so I love the results. I love that stage. Okay. And so I was like, I love this. And I love how I felt. I love the confidence that I had, and not just the confidence, because my self-esteem was in the toilet for a long time. And that's something a lot of people don't really know. I'm not gonna.
Don't you do that to me?
I ain't doing that. Let me get myself together. Hold on.
But you know, at the same token, honor your feelings, Queen. Honor your feelings, because they come from a genuine place.
Yeah.
Like, you have overcome that. Yeah.
Really. Absolutely. And so because I had been in such a bad place with my self-esteem, I was like, you know what? I feel good about me. Like, I felt so good. I felt like I had worked so hard, and I was able to celebrate my hard work and show other people. And then people started saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did it. And it's amazing that, you know, your transformation. And all the while they were looking at the external transformation, not realizing that there was an internal transformation that happened.
Oh my goodness.
And I thought to myself, like, man, this is pretty awesome. So that's what made it stick, honestly. You know, it was just the accountability that I had to my coach, Isaac, and my team, TNEC. The accountability that I had to them was even greater than what I had for myself.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's what carried me through.
And I know
honestly.
that is one of the reasons why your tribe, and we're going to call it your tribe, included in that your family, your friends, even workers.
Absolutely.
I think the reason why people are so supportive of you is because you're so supportive of them. Like, you're very supportive. You're a very, like, you're a committed friend. You know what I'm saying? If you got somebody, you got somebody. And nobody, like I said, nobody, your tribe don't play about you. You don't play about your tribe either, because you don't play at all.
Not at all.
So,
not at all.
All that shows and all of that helps at the end of the day when you're going through those. I'm sure when you were going through the hard moments of the beginning of this, it's good to have that type of, you know what I'm saying, support. And because you've been there for those people, they knew they had to be there for you. And so that's awesome, a good thing. So why is health and fitness so important to you?
Girl, let me tell you, I have always felt like I wanted to be there for people. And I didn't really know in what capacity I wanted to do that. And so my first degree was psych. So I'm like, well, maybe I could counsel people. Maybe I could be a doctor. Either way it goes, psych could get me there. Did that, So then I said, okay, well, maybe I could just enter the healthcare field. And that's where I went back and I got my master's in healthcare management. And while I was doing that program, I had to work alongside some nurses. And I was like, this is it. I want to do what they're doing. And so that's what propelled me to go back to school again to get my bachelor's degree in nursing. So I've always wanted to help in some capacity. But once I entered the nursing field and the healthcare field, hey girl, I realized that it's rare. I shouldn't say rare. Healthcare is a business. And there's a lot of professionals in healthcare that treat
and don't
it
care
as
about
a
health.
business. And and that was discouraging for me, because I'm like, wait, this is what I want to do, but this is not my community. And so I found myself like bumping heads with a lot of the doctors in the community because I'm a community nurse. I work in the community. I go into people's homes and care for them. And so I work alongside of a lot of different doctors, right, in Chicagoland. And so I found that when I was advocating for my patients, it would cause discomfort, spirits, and the energy of these doctors. And so I was like, it got to be something else. Like, this is not it, you know. So I think just my desire to help and to have a purpose, like, what is my purpose? You know, I think that's what kind of led me to just being so passionate about what I do, because there's so many people that aren't in our field, especially for us.
Right.
Especially for us. I mean, I work in our neighborhoods, and the care is totally different.
It's very dismissive. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now I want you guys
Absolutely.
that have been tuning in to be adding these things up. Now we said this sister. Now she said she got a psych degree, an MBA in medical management. What was your MBA in? I'm a girl, okay. Real estate license and a nursing degree. And then we're talking about the fitness. Okay, so the reason why I want to keep talking about all the things that you've done, regardless of you being still in those capacities or not, is because people need to understand that sometimes you have to take all kind of journeys to get to your destination. And sometimes people see their destination and they like, hey, there's the road to my destination. But God be like, I'm taking it to the right, I'm taking it to the left. You don't even know, you thought that was your destination, but it really wasn't. And I think it's important because sometimes people are just like, oh, wow, this person just decided to do this. But no, this person had to do something else to realize that
Yes.
wasn't, like you said, this not my community. This is not what I want to do. It didn't fulfill you. So Sarita was chasing
Yes.
her passion is what really was going on. And she was trying to figure out where to place her passion so she could be comfortable and bloom like a flower. And girl, have you bloomed? You'd have bloomed.
Listen, I'm trying, honey. I am still on the journey. And so I am giving it my all.
How hard was it to adjust to this new lifestyle? And when you answer this question, I want you to answer it in two parts. How hard was it for you to just adjust to getting back into working out consistently and taking care of yourself? And then when you leveled up with Isaac to train for competition, how hard was it? Like, did you have like adjust your lifestyle a lot to accommodate this new passion and drive of yours?
No question. I had to see, this is the thing. You can have a bunch of different things going on, but you have to put things in priority. And that's the way you succeed, or that's the way I have been able to be successful. When I was in nursing school, I prioritized that. When everything I've done, I prioritized that at the moment until I got to where I wanted to get. And so when I started this journey, it was a priority for me. And it was a priority for me, again, because of the accountability that I had to the people around me. So yeah, I had to change my entire everything. Like, it wasn't just going to the gym in my free time. It was like this, I have to treat this as my job. And that's what I did. I prioritized it because I had a final goal, which was my show date. And I had to be ready for that day. And so that pushed me through. Just being honest, that is what pushed me through. Not wanting to get on stage and embarrass myself, my coach, my team, and everybody who's cheering for me. I didn't want to disappoint.
Oh, look at your proud mama.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I can't even see the comment. Oh, I hate mommy.
So,
yeah.
That's dope, which of course you have to do. There's no way you would have made it without making that a priority, because girl, you killed that stage, okay? Now, when you did make this a priority, how did it affect your household? Did your household jump on board initially? Did they have to come on later? With the eating, I remember when you posted, after, I think this was after your competition. I just remember this particular post where you was able to treat yourself with some cookies or something. It was a treat, it was a snack, and you was like, I have worked hard and I'm able to get this. Were there temptations in the household? How did Sean and the kids feeding them? Did you have to change everybody's diet, or was it just you?
So our household is already a household divided when it comes to
Okay.
nutrition. My boys are almost grown, so I'm not
Okay.
cooking for you. Okay, not happening. My daughter, so Brooklyn is a vegetarian, and so she's always had a
Palate.
different
Right.
meal plan than we had for the last. So it was just me and Sean separate meals, so that didn't have to change. But for us, for Sean and I had to do something different, and it was like, dang, now I'm gonna have to cook this meal and be tempted for Sean, and then I gotta make something else for myself. And Sean was like, no, I'm gonna eat what you eat. What? Wait, what you gonna do? Okay, so that made it so much easier for me. And I mean, of course, she treated herself, but she was so respectful
Oh, she was
that
hiding. She was
she would
hiding
get,
and eating it.
she would eat it on the
Come
way
on,
home.
Sean. Big ups to
Okay.
you.
And then she'll come
Smell
home,
it.
I'm like, what is that I smell? You had a euro from Ariston's. Don't play with me. I smell it. Yeah. So that's how we handle that. So it was a pretty easy transition, and I'm grateful again. My support system. There was a couple times where my boys they left some donuts out, and I'm like, you know what, y'all better stop playing with me, okay? Because y'all know I got something to do.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, it was pretty easy from that respect, just because my family was on
Okay.
board.
So Isaac said to ask you about
Yeah.
Siete chips, SIETE chips. What are
Um,
those?
okay, so first of all, Isaac
Right.
is my coach.
Tell us about Isaac's
Okay,
amazing self, your
so
coach girl. And what's these chips?
no, he not amazing right now because he dirty for this. He dirty for talking about these chips. Okay, so this was this was my second. Was this my second prep? I think it was. I was prepping for my second show, and I had the Siete chip incident.
Not the
And
incident.
it was an incident. So of course, Isaac writes my nutrition. So I check in with him every week, and he adjusts my plan based off what he sees. Okay, talking about magic. But he had on my plan where I could have a certain amount of this chip called a Siete chip, which is TNEC approved, which is my team. So they approved this chip for us to have. But once it gets closer to prep, you can't have that
Okay.
anymore. So what had happened
What
was
happened?
the chips were in the house because Sean likes them.
Oh, so you gonna
And
blame
I
it on
had a
Sean?
moment of weakness.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling the truth. This
Okay.
is just what happened. I had a moment of weakness, and I found myself at the bottom of the bag during prep. So I had to make the call of shame to my coach and say, because I was mad, because I mean, it's good to be transparent about that, because he was able to fix it. Now, had I just hit it, he wouldn't have been able to fix it. But I told him, hey, this is what happened. He was like, all right, this is what you do. So he was able to fix it. But yeah, so that's the story about the Siete chips. You petty, Isaac. Oh, twin is petty.
So you have done 2 competitions so far, right? 3. Okay,
3.
let me get it together. 3 competitions. Girl, when you did that
I've
first
done
one, you looked so amazing. And what was amazing is, I don't know if I like wasn't getting your post or
3.
what, because you are an active person that always comes up on my feed because we interact with people. But were you sharing the process with the first prep? Or did you just come out like, bitch, here I am? Because that's how I feel like it was. Like, I feel like you was working out, but then you just came out with the razzle dazzle, the muscles. Like, we was all like, what the? And then, you know, me and you always been trying to build our booty. So when you built your little booty and had it all together, I was like, what the hell Sarita been doing? So did you just pop out on us? You didn't share that, did you?
Listen.
Your first one.
So not really. It was intentional. So I decided I wasn't gonna share my journey until it was over with. But I ended up sharing it for that. But my plan going into it was to just pop on stage, and I'm sure people would see pictures and that would be that. And I wasn't going to share the journey. So yeah, it was pretty hush hush.
Girl, you talking about
Intentionally.
making a statement, okay? Let me tell you something. You came on the stage and they posted your tribe, posting the videos and tagging you in the pictures. Girl, me and Sharika called each other. She said, "You say Sarita?" I said, "Girl, did you see her?" I was like, "What is going on?" Sharika talked about some girl. I'm about to go to the gym. I said, "Me too. I'm gonna do a sit up, a squat, or something, because sis out here showing out on us." Okay, now 3 competitions in. Let's talk about this last competition because I think this is the one that I want to talk about. In this last competition, did somebody in your household join the competition?
Yes, girl.
Who joined the
Yes. So
competition?
my spouse, Sean P, joined the competition. So she joined our team at TNEC. She hit the stage and did very, very
Pro
well.
bro, pro
Yes,
bro.
bro.
Man,
Absolutely.
Sean looked amazing. And I feel like y'all did the same thing with her reveal because none of us knew. I know I didn't know. When I saw both of y'all, I was like, I said, what, that look like Sean. I was like, what the? They, what? And then Sean is cut, okay? Sean got cut up.
Yeah, that
She cut,
baby. That baby
cut. So
lean.
I was like, wow.
That
So,
baby lean.
when
Yeah.
it came to that, so that is a whole new, yes, pro bro in the house. That was a whole new level of dynamics in your household because now both of y'all starving. You know what I'm saying? No, not starving,
No,
not starving,
well,
but I mean both
honestly,
of y'all are strict. Like that mean that she could no longer eat snacks on the way home and cheat and those type of things. That mean that y'all both had to be just as disciplined. How did those dynamics play? Did that build? Did that strengthen your relationship? You guys competing together? Did that motivate you more? How was that compared to your first 2 competitions doing it with your spouse?
so it was rough, girl. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what
It
we
was.
need to
It
hear, the
was
truth. I don't want no sugar
I ain't
coating, the
gonna hold you,
truth.
baby. Listen, let me tell you. So for the first 2 competitions, of course, once you get closer to stage, we manipulate our nutrition in a way to where you don't have as much energy, because you're trying to be as lean as you can be for the stage and what's appropriate
Okay.
for your division. So it's hard. And so you on edge a little bit. So the first 2 competitions, I was the only one on edge. So she had patience and
Right.
she dealt with me, right? For the third one, now we both on edge. And I couldn't reciprocate because I'm in prep too. So you getting on my nerve, I'm getting on your nerve, or we getting on each other's nerve. It was tough. But we had fun with it though. It was like, all right, I'm gonna let you go and eat your little rice cakes. I'm gonna go in here before I have to. You might not make it to stage. I don't know. You getting on my nerves. But yeah, it was tough. It was tough at the end. It was tough. But I mean, as far as the nutrition was concerned, she had started eating what I was eating early on in the year, and so it wasn't as bad of a transition for her because she transitioned slowly. Um, but yeah, she killed it though. She had way more discipline than I did for that
Okay.
show.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good. That's good
she
that,
did.
y'all are a couple and y'all both got that drive, dedication, and commitment together. So you made the
Yeah.
lifestyle changes, you guys trained together. Throughout this process, from the start of your fitness to competition number 3, what have you learned about Sarita B that you didn't know about yourself prior to this? What self discoveries have you had?
The biggest one I would say is I realized that I had been neglecting myself for so
Mm,
long. For so long, I always put other people first, before myself. And, it was not very often reciprocated. And that was just the norm for me. I adjusted to that and I was okay. So I thought with being second or third or fourth, even though I was prioritizing some
right,
people, right? And not necessarily Sean, but just other relationships in my
right.
life, right? Um, and so once I started the journey, I realized that me prioritizing myself was difficult for some people. They didn't know how to respond or react to that because they weren't used to that from me. They weren't used to me saying, no, sorry, I can't do that, or I won't do that, or
No,
just simply, no, thank you. They don't know how to, they didn't know how to accept that from me because I'm always like running around for everybody and trying to, make everybody happy. And it was a tough transition for some people. Some people didn't make it through that transition.
hey, that's elevation.
And that
Yeah,
was okay
that's
with me.
elevation.
I was 100% okay with that. And some people, we had some hiccups, we worked through them. And some people just jump right on board. So I think for a long time I didn't realize that I was not prioritizing myself, and I knew that I put other people first, but I didn't realize the effect that it had on me
Mm,
because I was pouring out of my cup, but nobody was really pouring back in. So I found myself empty during this last year. I found my cup empty and I had to kind of do lot of soul searching and figuring out why I felt the way that I felt. And I realized, okay, this is what it is. You need to start making yourself a priority. Love yourself just as much or more than you love
more.
other people. And so that's what I've been doing, girl. And I feel great about it, okay?
And it shines through you, okay?
Yes,
Because you look like so at peace, even when
I am.
even when the haters start rolling up on you. Because I do know, within the past couple months, because like I said, I followed the sister, that it was some haters rolling up on you. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who
Sis,
cannot
let me,
just give you your flowers and receive all this boss great energy that you have. So when the haters start rolling up, because they did start rolling up on you, you know, I
definitely
feel
did.
like that's always the best, of our character and everything else. How do
Yeah.
you deal with that? How do you deal with I know how you dealt with it, but I want you to tell people, get them the knowledge. How do
So,
you deal with
so,
the hate and the people who really be trying to discourage you from your greatness? Because I really felt like with some of that hate, it was people trying to knock you up off that pedestal, because they can't never get up on that pedestal. But what advice would you give one to deal with that? That's really where I'm going. What advice would you give somebody that is going through this and would have to deal with the haters?
consider the source,
Ah,
period. Consider the source, period. And that's just the bottom line. I mean, everybody is not going to be cheering for you, and I'm okay with that. There are going to be some people who don't care to cheer for you. There's going to be some people who don't want you to do nothing without their cheers. And then there's going to be some people who, you know, are trying to really sabotage what you have going on. And you have to be smart enough to differentiate between those. And sometimes the lines are blurred. Sometimes you think somebody's cheering for you, but really, they really not. They're trying to sabotage you. And so you have to be extremely careful with that, because it'll derail you, it'll discourage you, and you don't you don't get to your goals by being derailed at every little thing that somebody says. So you got to kind of thicken your skin a little bit, but just basically consider the source. Sometimes people are going to tell you stuff that's hard to hear, but they're saying it out of love and concern, and that's okay. I receive that. I receive that, whether I agree or not. I receive that. But sometimes you just saying though because you a hater.
Right. Isaac said,
Okay.
said to tell the story from the bodybuilding group.
Oh, yes. So for my first competition, like you said, it was hush hush. And I wasn't really telling anybody, but I didn't know a lot about bodybuilding. So I joined a couple of Facebook groups just to kind of peek in, not very active, just looking and all that stuff. And so when I posted my transfer, I posted a transformation picture on my main Facebook page. That was the picture everybody saw first. And they was like, oh my God, what are you doing? I mean, this was before my competition. I was about maybe 5 or 6 weeks out when I posted it to my main Facebook page, but I had posted it in that group about 7 weeks out. And there was a couple of ladies, it was two comments. Most people were like congratulating me and like, oh my God, you really did that. But there were a couple that were not so nice. And one of them was like, I'd be interested to see how you do. You probably won't place in your competition, but keep me posted. Yeah. Then another one was like, well, I'm a coach and I'm a judge, and people just don't realize how lean you have to be to get on stage, and you need to push your show back because you're not going to be ready in 7 weeks. Like, she straight came for your girl. And it burned. Like, it really did. And I'm like, why does this burn so much? Like, why are these comments bothering me so much? And I'm like, you can't let it bother you. You just prove them wrong. And so it made me go harder. It just made me go harder. And baby, listen, I told Isaac, I was like, I could not wait to go back in that group and post my picture with all my medals. Ma'am.
Right. Because you got medals in your first competition. What did you place in your first competition?
Yeah, I got my pro card. Yes, I earned my pro card in my first competition. I came home with a trophy and 4 gold medals, four first place medals.
First competition.
4.
First competition. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta say that, girl. Wow. And you've been placing ever since, because you placed in your second and third, didn't you? No.
So my second competition, there were 8 of us. I did not place. I placed. So when we say place, it's like top 5. And so I placed 6 in my second competition. So I didn't place. That was a different experience. I mean, I love the stage though. I love bodybuilding. I love the camaraderie. I love the ladies. I love, backstage. I loved all of that. So me not placing, while I wasn't really happy about it, I mean, there's so many other reasons why I do this. It's not just for that. And so it stung, but it wasn't like a huge deal to me. Now, my coach, on the other hand, it was a little different for him. But no, so I didn't place in that one. And then the third competition, I placed second.
Who else placed in the last competition?
Oh, and Sean placed in all 3 categories on the stage for sure. Got a pro card.
First competition.
Yeah.
Sean was on stage, both of y'all on stage with your medals and trophies and everything. That is like so dope, so dope. So when it comes to all of this, how important is mental dedication for one's physical transformation?
It is everything. It is everything.
Can one be done? Can the physical transformation realistically, on a permanent scale, be done without the mental dedication and the mental transformation?
Not in my opinion. Because again, you have to prioritize it. And that it's not just, okay, I got to prioritize it for this 2 hours or 1 hour workout every day. It's 24/7. You have to think about how much sleep am I getting? How much water am I drinking? How many meals am I hitting? What I'm eating every day? What, it's just so many different elements that you have to be mentally strong in order to stay on track. It's just, that is the biggest piece that I think most people miss. They think going to the gym is gonna solve the problem and you're gonna get your body, but
Right.
we know when we were going to the gym, we were hitting the gym, but our nutrition wasn't right.
Right.
So that's the missing piece. It's a package deal. You can't do the gym without the nutrition and expect to see results. You just can't.
Yeah.
So I learned what it means when people say you cannot out-train a bad diet. I truly understand what that means.
Yeah, I'm still caught up in that loop, girl, to be honest with you, because I swear, if I didn't like snacks so damn much, I'd probably have a 6-pack. But girl, I really do be sitting up here watching my 600-pound life eating chips and shit. I'm bad.
No, and that's okay. You can snack. I snack. I love to snack. We snack. But you have to do everything in moderation. Not right before a show. Right. You got to be on point. But just normal, healthy lifestyle, you can have that stuff. Just not every day.
And in moderation.
Not 4 times a day.
So one of the things that I do, so I ordered a big old box of Lay's potato chips from Amazon, but it is the little bitty bags. Okay, it's the little bitty bags. And so I know that I'll sit here and eat a whole family size bag if I let myself. Like you said, you found yourself at the bottom of that bag of them Sieta chips, Sierra, whatever those things are. So I just, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I try to like portion things out, and I do try to help some of my friends and talk to them about helping them. And I tell people, when you go out to eat, one of the things that whenever I'm like on point with my fitness, because sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, but when I am, some of the things that I do to help me, like when I go out to eat, as soon as I get my food, I ask for a to-go container, and I put half of everything in a to-go container. That way, I've cut my portions down, but mentally, I have this thing where, especially when I'm going out and paying for food, I mentally be like, I got to clean the plate. I need to, eat it all. And so it helps if you just go ahead and take half of it up off the plate to begin with. Then you eat your food, and by the time you even finish eating it, it's settled into your stomach and you have the fullness feel. But if you keep it there and you're just eating it all, you're going to pass the fullness feel, and you're going to feel that sluggishness. You're going to feel that weight coming down.
Absolutely.
And so I'm just throwing that out there for some people who may be struggling like with portions, because I never was one to be like, on the menu, how many ounces is your chicken breast or something like that. It's never been that for me, because I've never been doing a competition or anything like that. But I do know that portion control is, it's a big thing. Like you can't be eating a whole bunch of crap and then want to lose weight. But also you feel better when you just eat enough to fill yourself up. When you overeat, which is so easy for us to do, because we overeat before we actually feel that we have eaten. And so do whatever y'all can to kind of trick yourselves into being, more healthy, or, putting your portions down. It's just my little nugget. I don't have many, but that's a nugget. A nugget, because you got the nuggets. All right, so girl, you are now not your own personal trainer, but you are now a personal trainer. You ventured out, you got your own logo, you got your own brand going on. Your tribe then put you in some brand, got your brand fitness clothes, your own bag, everything going on. Were you scared to do this, like to venture out into that? And who encouraged you to go out on your own and do it yourself as a coach? Was it you yourself, or did somebody else like help to encourage you to do that?
So there were 2 people that really, really pushed for me to do this. I would say 3. One was Sean. Sean wanted me to do it months ago. She was like, just, go on out there. It's what you want to do. You love it, do it. And I'm like, I'm not ready. Because I didn't know enough. Like, I was still learning myself. I would not have trusted myself with myself at that point as a coach, because I just didn't know enough. I mean, I've been a nurse for a long time, so I know it. I know health from that aspect, but fitness is a different aspect. And so I needed time to kind of merge the two and learn and grow. So Sean was like my biggest cheerleader, like, go do it. What we waiting on? But again, I wasn't ready. My coach was like all on board. I told him what I wanted to do. The challenges that started in February, he did that for me. He did that for me. I wanted to do the challenges. He was not on board with it. And I'm like, bro, you told me you was going to have your girl back. And he was like, you right. Let's do it. So he was the other person. There's no secret that he's an amazing coach. And so he's been willing to share the knowledge that he has with me. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to cry my little eyelashes off. But you don't find a lot of people who have knowledge that they're willing to share for nothing.
Right.
And so I appreciated that. And even after I got my coaching clients and I'm like, I need a call. And I scheduled myself on his calendar. He was there. I had a list of questions that I asked him. He answered every one. And then he challenges me. Okay, well, why you want to do it like that? If I decide I want to do something different from the way that he does it, then I'm okay. Well, why do you do it this way? Because I'm thinking about doing it this way. And so he has been like, I can't even explain.
Who's the third person?
So I appreciate him. The third person would have been Dope, my inspiration. Who is I thought I saw a comment from her, but she was just like, I would text her, I'm like, girl, I'm terrified. She's like, that's because you care and you should do it. And so she was just my voice of reason, in wanting to do this and wanting to venture off, but being terrified because it is a new avenue for me. And it's something that I care deeply about. So I wanted to be successful, and I'm not going to cry.
You doing good, girl. You holding it together. You doing good.
I'm holding it together. Y'all ain't going to get your girl today. Okay. So I would say those 3 people. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of support, but I would say if I had to choose like my top 3, as far as from the beginning of the journey to now, those 3 have been right there by my side, encouraging me the entire way. And whatever I need, they got me.
That's dope. That is so dope.
Yep.
So, what services do you offer? Do you offer meal plans, personal coaching, group classes, online classes, or memberships? Let the people know everything you got going on. Let them know if you got any challenges going on right now. What do you offer?
So right now, I have my online fitness studio. It was birthed on December 27th. We started with, I think there's 13 videos. And right now, I'm learning what the people are going to want. I got some feedback from a few people. And while they enjoy the interactiveness of, when I say interactiveness, I mean me, them being able to actually see me do the workout. They enjoy that. The piece that's missing is the engagement. Okay, so I got a new program that's gonna drop at the end of this month. So I add content every month. That's gonna be a lot more interactive and talking and stuff like that. So that's coming. It's $5 a month for the membership. It is, if you get in at $5 a month, it never goes up. So you will always pay $5 a month.
Right
So
now,
get in while
right
your
now.
girls
But
do,
sis prices
because
is
prices
going
keep
up.
going up.
Okay, they going up.
Okay, this is what I'm trying to tell the people on today. But no, so it's a nice little library. You can do it at your leisure. You have access to all of it. There's a nutrition library on here that I'm going to be adding new recipes to every month. There's a blog on the website. So that's one piece of Sarita B Health and Fitness. The other piece of Sarita B Health and Fitness is the personal coaching. That where I do provide a personalized nutrition plan as well as personalized training based off of whether I have a lot of people that want to do at home. So I have some home training workouts and I have some gym workouts for people who want to go to the gym. Because I'm still learning, it's very reasonable depending upon what they need. So do a consultation first. I find out what their goals are. If they have any health conditions that would prohibit them, I can do a little bit more because I'm a registered nurse. Most CPTs are not registered nurses, and so they're limited with what they can do. I can do a little bit more with the nutrition. I can do a little bit more with prescribing different workouts to help stretch with different injuries. Limited, but because I'm not a physical therapist, but I am a nurse, so I have some movement with that within my scope of practice. And so I provide that to my clients based off what their needs are. But I'm only okay with doing about 10 people right now. That's all I can manage. So right now I have 8 people that are committed to Sarita B Health and Fitness personal coaching. I have two spots
left, people.
So
So we need to get
that's
those
it.
last 2 spots, y'all, because after this rotation, the next group of 10, the price is going up, baby, because she's going up. So this is the time that y'all want to jump on board with her when she's in her, for the lack of a better phrase, I would say in her development stage, because you will grow with her. And that's really like one of the most intimate situations you're going to have with a personal trainer is when they're in their development stage, because once they get to another level, they won't have the time to be so catering to you, you know what I'm saying? But because as you grow, right now you can only handle 10 people because you still have your 11th client is still you. You know what I'm saying? You're still learning and you still have so much to do. But at one point, your confidence in yourself and the knowledge you are seeking is going to get there. So you're not going to be your client anymore. And you're going to be ready to take on 20 people because you're going to figure out how to do that, which is amazing. So, to the person who's watching who is struggling with staying consistent with fitness and health and who really wants to get their self together with their fitness and health, what kind of advice could you give them, advice or encouragement for somebody who wants to take the journey but is scared to take the journey? And when you answer that, I really want to think about people who, I know for me, before I did fitness classes or groups, it was always me being afraid of being around the people that were already fit, or me being embarrassed in the class, or me not being able to make it through the class. And those are, I'm going to speak on some of my, the things that held me back. And it was always, I was just talking to my cousin today about, girl, this yoga class that I did, okay? Because I was telling her, I was like, I don't know why I thought yoga was easier than I thought it was, but I told her these little 80-year-old women that was in the class, I wanted to slap the shit out of them if I'm going to be honest, because I was like, what? Like, why are they not dying and I'm about to die? Like, I'm about to die up in here. I was just like, the lady kept saying, she was like, you need to breathe. I was like, if I breathe, I ain't gonna be able to stay up on this arm. It's either I hold my breath on this arm. I can't do both. Like, I was like, I just did not realize how hard yoga was. And then I took the beginner's class. And so I'm just speaking my truth and my piece about these classes and being afraid. I took the beginner's class and I was like, I'm going to take the beginner's class because I don't know and I don't know these poses. I'm in a beginner's class and she's like, yeah, we're going to transform from the the cat to the possum to the raw. I was like, so she wasn't doing it. She's walking around. So everybody, when she said the poses, everybody went into the poses. I was like, this some bullshit. This ain't no beginner's class. Aren't you supposed to be showing me? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're new. All of these people are regulars. What do you say to
Yeah.
people like myself who are really scared and get in these situations? I ain't been back. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't been back. I was very intimidated.
Go back.
Yeah.
No, go
Well, give
back.
me that
Go back.
encouragement
This
and
is
that
the
advice.
thing.
Go ahead and let us have
Everybody had a day one.
it.
Everybody had a day one. And so don't be intimidated by those people who are further along, who started their journey before you. Use them as a resource, because any warm-hearted person would be okay with helping you and showing you the way and the ropes. And so you just have to find that, because everybody's not. Everybody is not. I will tell you that. But I would like to think that most of the world is decent. But just find a person that is willing to share their knowledge, and tell them, how did you overcome this stage where I am right now? What did you do? Use them as a resource. And whenever you're in a room full of people that have elevated past where you are, that is a perfect opportunity for you to elevate yourself. You ever heard that saying that say, if you the smartest person in the room, you in the wrong room?
Yes. Same thing with the fitness.
Same thing. Same thing.
All right.
You have to be willing to reach out to those people who may know a little bit more, and just ask the questions that you need to know.
Dope. Where do you see Sarita B Fitness in 5 years?
So I am hopeful that Sarita B Fitness will grow to reach a much larger audience. I am hopeful that Sarita B Health and Fitness would have been impactful for a lot of people. I need people to get off these meds. That is my goal. If I can, for every person I can help eliminate 1 or 2 of these chemicals that these doctors prescribe. And I mean, it's an unpopular opinion to be coming from a nurse, but I'm just keeping it 100. That for me is, as long as I'm doing that, I'm happy. So my goal is to be able to impact people on that level.
Dope. How do you define success?
Yeah. Success is reaching your goals. Success looks different for everybody.
Right.
If you set a goal and you reach your goal, you're successful. That doesn't mean you stop there and you don't go for other things and you don't strive for better or strive for something different, not necessarily better. But when you achieve what it is that you set out to achieve, you're successful. That's what it is to me.
That's dope. And so true. So true. What, in your opinion, are the qualities of a successful entrepreneur?
Oh, you know what? You have to be able to make sacrifices. You have to be able to prioritize yourself and your business.
Okay.
You have to be able to prioritize yourself and your business. That's a big one for me. And just being authentic. Like for me, when I was doing my branding, and the young lady that helped me with that, Rose Dream Studios, I'm gonna plug her too. She did my website, she did my branding. Dope individual. Black woman, dope individual. She asked me the question, what do you want your brand to say about you? Like, I didn't know all this work went into branding. I had no idea. And she's like, well, what do you want your brand to say about you? And I said, I just want to be able to keep it real and people to accept the realness, because this social media puts so much pressure on us, to be what we see. You have no idea the tricks that they pull over our eyes. I've learned some of those in my journey.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything ain't what it seems. And so the authenticity, being able to be authentic, you know, and just be real and actually relate and touch people. That goes a long way in, you know.
Yeah, social media
when you're building your business.
Definitely is you're talking about pulling some tricks over your eyes. There's a social media I would say an Instagram social media influencer that I've been following for a while. Now, I was always skeptical on, I definitely think she had surgery, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I was watching her last week and she went live. And what she's trying to do now is transition into this fitness thing. And so, even though I fall off and on with my fitness thing, one thing I know is when people are actually working out. Like, I know when somebody is really working out with proper form, somebody who, and you, of course, now know this. You'd have to actually get into working with some trainers and stuff to really be able to spot this out. But I went on one of her lives with her because I said, okay, I'm gonna do a workout with her. And when I went on the live, girl, when I tell you the struggle was real, not with me, with her. And all the days leading up to this, she was going live talking about, she was coming on and showing her stomach. And she was like, it's abs every day for me. And I do all this and that. I'm like, yes, this stomach do look good, but that belly button look funny. So I don't know. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm
You
like,
can
I
always
don't
tell
know.
by the
I'm like,
belly
there's
button.
no ripples there either. But she was like, so somebody on comment asked her, do you work on your abs every day? She said, I do something for my stomach every day. And next week, if you follow me, if you subscribe and pay a subscription, you're gonna go live with me. Girl, when I tell you, she couldn't even do leg raises on the ground. It was like she was really struggling through the whole workout. And it was one of the things that validated something with me. Like, I was just like, these people, it's just not real, and I was instantly like cut off because you're not even committed to it. So how can you get me to commit to it if you're not committed to it? So I'm just saying this little story in this field to say that for those of you that are following certain people who you view as a fit person and that you like their body and how they look, what you need to do is kind of really hone into your spidey senses, because it's no need to keep following a fool. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to lead you down the right path. So what you need to do is really make sure you're following somebody and that you're being guided by somebody who truly cares about your health, your fitness, and your well-being, not about the dollar and how many followers they can get. And that is a very powerful thing. And that's why I started this platform, because it's people like her who a million people will follow her, but 10 people will follow you and they don't know what's going on with you, but you have the truth. You really have the meat. You have the education. So I want people who really have the meat and education, the dedication that put in their time to get their word out here, to get their knowledge out here, because it's really important, the authenticity of it. Shout out to you,
That's
Isaac, for helping her with that and staying true with her, because what he's doing is holding your hand. He has held your hand all the way through the path, through this, journey to bring you up to where he is. And like you said, there are not a lot of people who will share that, who will sacrifice their time to bring you up here, because what they want to do is stay up here and make sure everybody else stay right here or below.
Absolutely.
And so when you have somebody who
Absolutely.
is selfless, that will bring you here with them and say, hey, I don't even care if some of my followers go to you, because we doing this together. You know what I'm saying? That's
He trying to push. He's like, I'm gonna have you do
yes,
it. Wait, sir.
yes.
Wait a
Because
minute,
guess
sir.
what?
I'm not ready yet.
He already up here. So he's for the longest, I'm sure, has already had to practice the no thank you. I don't have time. I can't fit you in. So he need to bring you up here because he needs to put the tribe on you, because y'all one tribe. You know what I'm saying? You're one tribe. So if somebody
Right.
come up under you
Absolutely.
and you right here with him, then they got both of y'all. They got both of y'all. So it's a blessing. It's a building. It's a building. It's a building of the community. It's the building of the trust. It's the building of the education, the sharing, the knowledge, and it's to be applauded. Like I applaud both of you all. And sis, I'm so proud of you. Like you have stuck to this through the, I'm sure, blood, sweat, and tears, because we don't get to see it, but I'm sure it was times you cried that you couldn't have your snacks, that you was in pain, that those muscles were breaking down and you still had to get up and move. All of that is commendable. So shout out to you, sis. And then on top of that, you a wife, you're a mother, a nurse, and you still building your own brand. And that is awesome. Isaac said, loyalty ain't no favor, it's just what we do. Okay, so he needs to make sure you know that. Loyalty isn't a favor, it's what y'all do. We all now know that. I love it. I'm so happy for you. I'm wishing your business the best, that it goes all the way to the, I'm not even wishing it. I'm saying I can't wait to see it, because it's gonna come. I meant to stop you when you were saying you hope for Sarita B Fitness to go here and there, because it's not about hope. When I ask you where you see Sarita B Fitness in 5 years, I'm asking you where you see yourself. I didn't say, what do you hope for Sarita B Fitness in 5 years? I said, where do you see yourself? So in 5 years, you see yourself helping people.
That's
You
right.
see yourself looking back and seeing that I have changed 100 lives. Do you see yourself reaching all the way out to other continents, to other regions, to other area codes, to other time zones? It's
Yes.
not, I hope for it. This
Yes.
is where I'm going. This is where Sarita B Fitness is going. So, baby, I'm talking to everybody that's either in their grassroots, they a little bit further in their grassroots, because when you can have a candid conversation with somebody, this is how we learn and this is how we grow. Because you're gonna have many interviews after this,
Absolutely.
friend, many interviews. And so when you go on your next interview, don't we're not speaking on hope, okay? We speaking into
I
existence
got it.
what we want, what we see.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
asked you what your vision is. So if anybody else asks you what your vision is hey, in 5 years, oh baby, let me tell you something. People ain't even gonna, I mean, my phone, I'm gonna have to put it on silence, because I'm gonna have so many people calling me. You know what I'm saying? Because you got big boss vibes. But yet we still sometimes are a little timid, because sometimes we still don't
Yes.
believe how amazing we are. You know, you are amazing. Okay. And so always, because you ain't got no problem being a boss, but you have a problem maybe being a boss when you're talking about yourself, because you're so humble. So you go back into your humbleness. But now ain't it, you could be humble and still be confident. So always, I want you to always have that confidence and be strong about that and be like, look, this is where I'm going. Because who the hell gonna tell you you're not going
Yes.
there? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Who
I.
gonna tell you you're not
Yes.
going there? If you tell me that's where you're going in 5 years, I'm looking for you. Like, okay, okay, there she go. I see her. There you go, sis. So yeah, I just had to put that out there. I couldn't let us get off of here without me going back, because I didn't want to stop you while you were talking, because you was going and you was in your flow. But I want to bring that back to you, because I want you to always speak in confidence, and I want you to always speak in your vision and not in your hope, because your vision is where you're going. You're not going in your hope. You're going in your vision.
I received
Yes,
that.
ma'am. So,
Learn me
girl,
something today,
girl,
girl. Learn
I
me
had to,
something,
I had to,
okay?
I had to do that for myself. Even with this, this is my vision. I have people calling me and inboxing me, and people are trying to tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't do. And I even had to tell somebody yesterday, like, respectfully, the only person I'm consulting with my vision is God. Okay. And he didn't call you, he called, and he ain't calling nobody else to talk about my vision. Okay. He's only calling me. And so I have always
A
attached
whole family.
myself to people. Whenever I've done things, I've been doing stuff with other people, I've always attached myself to people. And that was really a downfall per se, but they were always lessons. This is something that I'm doing completely on my own, and I'm doing it with the vision that God gave me. And I don't want anybody to interrupt that. I don't want anybody to knock me
I know
off of
that's
my
right.
course. I don't want anybody to, you know what, Sarita, I didn't even allow this person to tell me what they was going to tell me, because I didn't want them to put it in my spirit. I didn't want to get off the phone with them and be like, "Ooh, should I do that?" Because I'm not,
Start
and
second guessing
I'm not
yourself.
saying that I don't take criticism or don't take advice. I will definitely take it, but I'm in a vulnerable stage right now, and I have a good intuition, and I already knew the way that was coming off, that it was not going to be positive for me. Okay. and and
See,
and
and
we
that's
have,
considering the
I
source.
consider the source. And so, sorry, source, if you on here and you see this, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And you hear me, I told you, and I'm telling everybody else, the only person that I'm consulting with is God. Okay. I'm consulting with God right now. And that is it, because me and him have talked extensively about this. So I want you to move in your vision. I
Oh,
want you
no.
to speak in your vision. Don't let nobody derail you or impart their vision and their nastiness, whatever it can be, on you, because you are destined for greatness,
Mhm.
and everybody is not supposed to be on that path with you. They're not.
Now
A
that
lot of
I
those
learned.
seasons have come,
That's for sure.
they've gone. You got to make room for these new people to come in for the new seasons. And bless you, God bless you with everything you're doing and those people. I
Thank
hope you
you.
don't have
Thank you
too
so
many haters, but also the haters bring you that strength. Like you said, that made you go harder. That made you go harder. So
much.
we
Yeah.
do have to have those haters too.
Yeah.
I love you, girl.
Absolutely. And they can subscribe to Sarita Be Fit
Yes, where can the
dot
people
com.
find you? Where can they, your socials, your website, your page? Tell the people where they can find you.
Okay, so on Facebook, as no, it's not an ad on Facebook. I'm still learning this social media. So Facebook is Sarita B. Instagram is underscore Sarita B like boy fit. TikTok is Sarita B Fit. And yeah, I think that's it. My website is www.saritabfit.com. There you can find out about personal coaching. You can also find out about the online fitness studio and membership, gain membership access to the library. So yeah, that's where
Y'all,
I'm
she's
at.
got 2 slots left online. You don't have to come to her studio or anything like that. 2 slots left. Y'all get in there. We need to fill those 2 slots up. Right now, she is very affordable. And as she said earlier, you
Yep,
might not have been on the live, some of you guys. If you come in with her right now, whatever price you lock in right now, you're grandfathered into that spot. But that's right now. That don't mean that you can call her a month from now and add a buddy on for that price, because in a month from now, whatever her price is, y'all better honor her price at that moment. As she grow, y'all better grow with y'all thoughts and y'all wallets and your pocketbooks and everything else. But right now, she's got
absolutely.
the $5 monthly membership. Where else are you going to find that? So if you're struggling, if you lost your job, if money's changed since the pandemic, if you can't afford $29 a month to go to LA Fitness, pay that $5 a month and get with her, so you can still work on your fitness, and you can work on it in the comfort of your home. You can have your kids work out with you
Absolutely.
while you're at home. You can have
Yes.
those meal plans, and you got a freaking registered nurse who also, if you're going through some health things along with this, which is good, because if you have health issues, she'll be able to kind of guide you through your fitness journey while also protecting and nurturing your health issues. That's very important. Very important. So, sis, do you have anything else to add? Any words of wisdom, knowledge, any nuggets that you want to give the people before we let them go?
Jess, you can too. You can too. You can do it too. It's nothing, nobody's magic. You can do it. That's it.
Now, look, y'all, Sarita, your post, your competition posts with your fitness pictures, your videos when you're on the stage, are those private on your page or are they public?
I think they're public.
Do me a favor, when you get off of here, go back and make sure that those posts are public. Because as I try to tell most of my friends on here, your page can be private, but you can make certain posts public. So when people come to your page, they can still
Right.
see that. I want that. There's going to be people on here,
Yeah.
even the haters, they about to start snooping. So when they click on your page, I want them to go down and to be able to see you, because girl, when I say we all love seeing you on that stage, you buy. And another thing before we get up out of here, who made your competition suits? Who bedazzled you?
Okay.
Girl, who bedazzled you?
It's only one person. She makes all my suits, and that's Ellen from Crystallini Bikini, and she captures my vision every time.
Girl.
Every time. This one. Oh, now I will say this. Before we go, for anybody who's never been to a competition, a bodybuilding show, I encourage you to come out. I am going to be competing at home here in Chicago in August. I will also be competing with my coach. So he'll be here as well in competition. We're going to keep you posted on that.
I'm there.
But this suit I got Ellen working on for me. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, come follow me on Facebook. I always post my competitions now. I always post when they're coming. I would love for you all to come out and take a look. It's a good time. I love being on stage, and I believe in giving the people a shot.
Yes.
Get the people a shot.
Get the people what they want. Get the people what they want. Oh man, that is dope. I'm so proud of you, sis. I've been knowing you since 2006. That's a long time. We've seen each other grow. We've gone through pregnancies on the plane together and every freaking thing. So it is dope. You've always been such a boss. Girl, you don't take no shit, which I love. Like, you're like the sweetest person. Like, you're the sweetest person, but you'll be like, wait, what was that? What? Which
I'm trying to tell you.
I love it, which I love, because that's that grit that you're gonna have to be a good personal trainer anyway. So the grit was already instilled in you because God already knew your path. Yes, he did. So this is so dope.
Right.
I love you, sis. I know that my platform is gonna grow as your platform grows. So I can't wait to bring you back when we're both bigger bosses, doing more.
Come on now.
Doing more. So you guys keep looking out for Sarita B. Again, click on her profile. Go look at her competition videos, her fitness videos. One other thing, Sarita, when it comes to fitness, because now you lift, okay? Now you're lifting and you heavy into lifting. Did lifting weights make you look or feel like masculine, like a man? What did it do to your body?
Girl, I hate when
and I
people
meant
say
to
that.
bring this up
Absolutely.
earlier. This is very important. We actually have to talk about that real quick.
Okay, so this is the thing. The only way to sculpt your body is to burn the fat and build the muscle in the areas that you want to sculpt, right? And so that's one of the misconceptions, is that, oh, you're going to look like a man. It's not that. People who have a lot of muscle density, women particularly, have a lot of muscle density, because it's not looking like a man, it's muscle density. They have large muscles, extra muscle density. They want to look like that. You're not going to accidentally look like a man. You know the work that these people, like, you're not going to accidentally look like a man.
Right.
Cut it out, sis.
As y'all can see, y'all see the cuts in her collar. Y'all see how she look up here and then look at my fat. You see this? Okay, that's cut because she been actually working out. But as you can see, and this is real talk, raw and uncut. As you can see, she don't pan your camera down just a little bit.
I'm in the chair.
Okay, so I just want y'all to see, because she is somebody who does bodybuilding, and competition. It's important for them to see that. And I wanted you guys to see she's cut and she's got her curves where her muscles are, but she doesn't look like she about to go fight in the WWF, like about to go knock somebody out tomorrow. So it is important that the women know, lift those weights, ladies. The burn feels good, it looks good.
Yeah.
If you are shaped like this, if you're trying to get some curve, you really got to work those muscles out in your legs. And when you work those muscles out in your legs, that's how you get curves if you don't have curves. There's no other way besides surgery to get curves except to lift weights. If you do nothing but cardio, you're just going to be skinny. You're going to be skinny, but you're not going to be fit. You're not going to be curvaceous, and you're not going to have the muscle pop. So it's important that you guys know that and that we talk about that. I had to get that out.
Right. I mean, because you can lose weight. That doesn't mean that you're going to be curvy, because weight is weight. If it's fat, it's still weight. If it's muscle, if you're burning muscle, it's still weight, but you're going to look totally different. And so that's why it's important that you have a coach or a trainer that is properly educated in how to feed your body, so that you are working out, you're burning fat as opposed to burning muscle. So that's a science. That's a big deal. And so that's why their results vary. So I've learned that. I've learned how to feed the body so that you maintain what you burn the fat.
Wow. All right, cool. Well, I think that's a great way to end it. I think we covered everything that I wanted to cover. That was the one thing that I forgot to cover earlier. So I'm glad I remembered to get it in before we got off of here. You guys, again, go follow her. 2 slots left. You guys sign up with her. We need to fill these 2 slots up within the next 24 hours. So come on. I know people, y'all going to be watching this video after we get off the live. Fill those slots up. Hit her website, SaritaBFit.com. Hit it and fill those slots up. Love you, Queen. It's been real.
I love you
I'm
too.
going to release you back to your family now. Thank you for entrusting me to come on here and talk to you and get a little personal about your journey. I really appreciate it and loved it. Had a great time talking to you, and I love you so much.
I love you too. Thanks for having me on. All right, y'all.
All right,
I'm out.
Yeah. That was a lot of knowledge, a lot of goodies. I appreciate it. Isaac, thank you for being so dope, for helping her get to where she is. Thank you for posting her information in the comments and keeping up with the comments with us. I so appreciate that. Between her and Lethal Lisa a few days ago, that's a lot of good knowledge that you guys have. If you didn't see Lisa's, go back and look at Lisa's. Both of these queens have some great knowledge on fitness. There's going to be more coming up. There's going to be other people. Tomorrow, I want you guys to check me out. I'm going to be interviewing my next boss tomorrow. Her name is Amber Nairi. She owns her own salon as well as a wellness company. She does juices, fresh juices, and all kind of stuff. And we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about her glow up and her contribution to health and wellness. So we're going to keep this thing going, y'all. I got my foot on the pedal. I'm putting it towards the gas, and I'm going to keep giving y'all all these good bosses and good people and this good energy. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sarita's Tribe, y'all share this video. Sarita's Tribe, share this video, please, so she can get more recognition, so we can fill up those 2 slots. Y'all come through for the queen so we can get her last 2 slots filled up. Thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a good night. On track, now we gon' way up. Don't be used as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, counting all the way up. Count blessings, yeah, you know we pray up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up, now we gon' way up, now we going. On track, now we gon' way up, now we gon' way up, now we going. Keep the same energy, work on being better.